We're in Ybor City. This is Hotel Haya. This is gonna be badass. Come on, let's do it. All right, so this is our world famous rapid fire segment. I am with Chef Nate Hardin. We're here, well, you know where we're at. Chef, are you ready for this?
We'll see.
We'll see?
Yeah.
All right.
Ready for just about anything nowadays.
Right? I mean, it's, you never know. It's curveball, there's a
left field,
boulder
right field,
coming at you, there's something.
Ready for all of it.
What inspired you to get into the kitchen?
So I think the first thing that inspired me was my grandparents. So I kind of grew up in a household where grandma cooked all the time from scratch. She kind of was one of those, homemakers that grew up in the South. I think that was probably the biggest influence. Wanted to do right by her, right by the cuisine that she showed us. And then growing up with my parents, we didn't have, like the best culinary experience at home. I think a lot of it was kind of canned food. It was like in that era where everything was coming from the freezer or convenience was key. And that's kind of where we gravitated towards in our food scene. So it was like, I got the best of both worlds, maybe the best and worst of both worlds. So I think trying to do right by grandparents and stuff like that was probably the biggest reason.
South where?
So here in Florida, I consider Florida the South. I may be wrong in this,
Is it,
Bama, Georgia.
I can actually help you with it.
Yeah.
If you are Palm Beach and below, you are no longer the South.
All right,
if
I
you're
can dig
Palm
that.
Beach and up, then that's just how it is. That's how it works.
I can dig that. Yeah. So born and raised in Tampa, so I guess we're north of that little border that we're creating.
This is South.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
yeah.
Right.
No
I mean, there's more fried chicken down here than anything else.
I love it, man. I love the fried chicken.
Yeah.
Like I'm on it, and it's I don't know. It's been probably 3 months. I'm on a fried chicken kick.
Oh,
I can't get rid of it either.
It's hard to.
Yeah.
It's a favorite.
What advice would you give the younger you, if you had the opportunity?
I mean, there's 1,000 things I'd say, right? Continue at baseball. Like let it go. Get into the major leagues, man. No, honestly.
Position? What?
First base and pitcher. I'm a tall lefty, so kind of went for it.
I love it.
But I got comfy. We started hanging out in college. Got a drink in, and doing all the other fun stuff. So kind of had to get out of it. But continue. Follow your dreams. Baseball, sports, all of those things.
What is your favorite type of food to eat?
Probably like style cuisine, everything, or a singular dish.
Your favorite?
Southeast Asian.
Really?
Yep. Thai, you name it. Love it all. Spice. I want to sweat when I eat.
I want to heat.
Yeah.
Fire, baby.
If I'm going to Thai, I'm getting Thai spicy. Not American spicy, we're going Thai spicy.
So the lead into that question is, what do you like? What's your favorite food to prepare? What do you like to cook?
I stay to the roots, man. I think Southern is where it's at. I think Southern is where I thrive. It's what I've done for a long time in my career. But yeah, I'd say Southern, which obviously doesn't really relate real well to where we're at now, but we're adaptable.
So you know what's going to happen? At a later date, we're going to do a barbecue somewhere.
Nice.
And you're the chef I'm going to call.
Deal.
Is that cool?
Absolutely.
All right, I love it.
That and fried chicken. I'm the best judge of fried chicken you name.
Yeah, no, because we'll cut this whole thing off right now and just go do this.
Let's do it. Done.
Try me, man.
Done.
All right, so
best fried chicken in Tampa. Now I got a question for you.
we're gonna get back to that.
All right.
We're gonna because you know what, I don't want to call out my friends. You know what I mean? Like I don't do that. How you gonna do that to me, man? Oof. Speaking of heat, wow. All right. Speaking of heat, so we all know the kind of work atmosphere, the climate right now. What's your hardest challenge right now in the kitchen?
I think the biggest challenge is getting staff in place. Once they're here, they love it, right? Like we've created a culture around the people. We've created an environment where people can be happy, be social, be competent, be attentive. We've got a great benefits package. We've got time off. Work-life balance is a big deal for us.
Did you say time off?
Time off.
Is this a kitchen? Is this like you make food
All
here?
of these things. All of these things. So I think it's a new day and age for kitchens, right? And I think that's a lot of people are putting focus on the people as opposed to the food and stuff like that. So I think the culture is the biggest thing for us. And you know, to kind of circle back to the original portion of the question, but that's probably our biggest challenge right now.
And that's kind of like that's what's happening in the trade.
Yeah.
I mean, there's
and
no
again,
question.
it's like once they're here, they're happy and they're content and all these things. It's getting them in the door and getting them maybe away from the I don't want to say harmful environment, but maybe the not so prosperous environment that they're currently in. They think, and this isn't any to singular concept or restaurant. This is just, I think, the old school ways of kitchen culture, which was just, you know, beat you into the ground and just tire you out. And we've all done it. We've all been there.
All been there.
But we're kind of growing from it, right? I think the pandemic kind of proved a lot of people that we can't go to our old ways anymore. People are going to be able to, you know, we want them to prosper in the environment they're in.
So it's a new day, it's a new dawn.
Indeed it is.
Anybody out there who actually is looking to get back into the trade, if you left or you want to try something new, I guess what Chef is saying is, you know,
come on down.
Come on down.
Everybody's welcome.
Right? Ybor City,
welcome.
it's like the heart. Hotel Haya, can't go wrong.
Yeah, we're on the cusp of a new Ybor. Open up a lot of fun things. We still got the grit, we still got the grunge of Ybor, but we're kind of doing
Yeah, it's
something
still
a
an
little
edgy
outdated.
kitchen, but it's gonna.
Yeah.
I guess it's a fun place to work. Hey, let's go check out what's going on at the bar. I know Matt's preparing something real special for us, and then we're gonna come back here with Chef Nate.
This segment of Walking Talk is brought to you by Don Pablo, Coffee Growers and Roasters.
While the chef is cooking, I'll be enjoying coffee from the best coffee company on the market, Don Pablo Coffee Growers and Roasters. Find it on Amazon.com. Cheers.
Hey guys, Matt here at the Florafina Hotel Haya Bar in Ybor City. Today we're gonna make a few specialty cocktails for you, starting off with our fan favorite, the Painkiller. So we are going to start off with a ½ ounce of lime juice, followed by an ounce of pineapple, and then a ½ ounce of OJ. After that, we're going to use our pre-mixed cocktail of Havana Blanco rum and coconut and Appleton rum. So we're gonna do 3.25 ounces of that. So after that, guys, we are going to use crushed ice. And instead of shaking it like your normal cocktail, we are going to whip it so that we can give it a nice little froth when we put it in our peacock cup. And then we're just gonna take this, dump it straight into the cocktail glass, and top it off with a little bit more crushed ice. For the garnishes on this, we're going to use an orange wheel right in the back, mint leaves right down in the middle, pineapple palm frond, and then to top it off, a little bit of nutmeg. And there you have it, the Painkiller. All right guys, last up today is the Smoky Joe. It's our take on an old fashioned with bourbon and rum as the main ingredient. So we're gonna start out with 6 dashes of coffee bitters. And then we are going to follow that up with 2.5 Demerol. And then we're going to use our Smoky Joe mix of the 1 Wild Turkey and the Havana Blanco. So we're gonna do 2 ounces of that. So unlike the other 2 that we just did, this is going to be a stirred cocktail. So you'll add a little bit of ice in here right now. And we're gonna stir it up, get it nice and cold. Usually what I like to do, hold my fingers on the back, and once I start feeling it getting cold, that's when I know it's ready to transfer it into the glass. So that's good for right now. So now we're going to strain it into our glass. We like to use at Hotel Haya a big rock for our old fashions. So we're gonna get that right in there. Now, because we have the big rock on it, it's best that we give this a couple spins right there so the ice is floating inside instead of just standing right on top. So next step, we are going to take our cherry, set it right on top, right in the middle, and we're gonna place it inside of our smoke box. Close that up. Next step, we've got our smoker. We're gonna plug it into the back right here and let it fill it up. Turn the fan on and start it up. We want to torch it nice. We want to get as much smoke out of there as we can.
This segment of Walking Talk is brought to you by Fresh Fish Fast.
All right, so we're back. Coming up, Smoky Joe. It's a rum with a whiskey and a cigar box. It's Ybor City. I don't know, it's pretty badass. Was that pretty badass or what?
Yeah. Are we allowed to say ass though?
You can say badass.
We can say badass.
Yeah,
badass.
you can say badass. Come on.
It is pretty badass.
In today's world, right now, what is it that's attracting you to cooking?
I think for the most part, it's camaraderie. It's that team aspect. Like I said before, right? I grew up kind of playing baseball, team sports. That was kind of my thing. So I think that's probably the biggest draw for me still is just the team aspect. It's the social side of it. There's nothing better than coming out of a service at the end of the night and just kind of giving everybody a good old high five and, go team go kind of a thing.
Kind of like a pirate ship, really, right?
I've never been on a pirate ship, so.
Well, I mean,
You know.
it is Ybor.
It is
right?
Ybor. I've done Gasparilla. Who hasn't? I guess I've done my fair share of pirate antics.
When did you know you wanted to be a chef?
I think the moment of realization was after high school, failed attempts at college. It's the only thing I've been doing since I was 16. It's like, where else am I really going? I'm just going to continue the path. Least resistance. I think that's probably whenever I realized it was after You know, I did a stint at J. Alexander's. I did some corporate restaurants. Finally got into a management position with a independent company called B1 Concepts. This is Copperfish
sure.
back in the day. So that was my first sous chef opportunity, and I really freaking fell in love with it, and it was kind of hard to hold back after that.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
How long? And you've been a chef now for how long?
So I guess in the management position since I was 21, so 12 years in the management position, but been cooking since 16, so 16 years.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
That's a long time already.
Yeah.
It's like already like a whole lifetime.
Right? I mean, I'm literally half of it was I was a child. Now the other half I'm a cook.
So speaking of child, and
Sure.
you touched on it before, but what was mealtime really like when you were a kid? I mean, you were talking about canned and this and that. Like, walk through a normal dinner.
So come home from work, school, not work, I was a kid, I guess, but coming home from baseball practice, all that stuff, Mom would open up a couple of cans of cream of chicken soup, cream of mushroom, water chestnuts, and just chicken breast, and dump them all into a casserole and bake that sucker for about 9 hours, and then it would come out like wallpaper paste. That was dinner.
But you loved it.
Love is an interesting term for that, but I liked it.
It was
I liked it.
I mean, it was
But
either.
the best part is we've grown together as cooks, as chefs. My mother is probably one of the best cooks in town.
Oh, so she turned it around.
It is. It's crazy. So I don't know if it was my evolution through cooking or what it was, or if her taste or if her palate like increased. But
She wasn't going to let her baby beat her out on
right?
cooking.
Yeah.
Right.
And now
Like,
she's
come on.
got a cajachina at home. She's got big green eggs. You name it, she's got it. She's got every tool in the book.
Big green egg is pretty cool too.
Right? It's sick.
Describe a successful shift in today's world.
Today's world. First off, everybody shows up. That's number one.
Right.
That's it. That's not it.
That's
That's not it. Actually, cut.
No, there's got to be
done, that
more.
was it. Yeah.
There's got to be more.
So yeah, first off, everybody shows up. Secondly, product. Everything is made from our purveyors. Being where we are right now, we're having a little bit of a challenge getting in the proper product, whether it's timeliness or just the product that we kind of signed on with originally. So making sure we have product in house, and then it's just execution of goods, consistency, timeliness, getting out at a reasonable hour, cleaning up, going home, and enjoying ourselves.
You're saying all the right stuff.
Right?
Chef, we're going to talk more about some of those suppliers and distributors and stuff. Just saying, I'm going to dart right out there.
Yeah.
With that said, we are going to jump into some walk-in confessions, and I know you got some really cool stories for us, okay?
Heck yeah.
Cheers, man.
Love it.
They call me Don Pablo, and 20 years ago, I discovered my passion for great quality coffee. Today, we're roasting excellent quality coffee that's rich, smooth, and very complex. It's a taste that's new in the world.
This segment of Walking Talk is brought to you by Farm Fresh Produce.
All right, so walk-in confession, Chef, you know the deal. This is like horror stories of the business, of the industry. Everybody has a story. What say you? What do you have?
Kind of where to start, really. We've gotten appendages kind of cut off. I mean, Lord knows we've got some burns kind of somewhere up and down
I see
there.
you got burns, you got scars and shit.
I think the best story is whenever we were down in Miami, you were at sea level, right? Potentially even below sea level in some places.
Sure.
Came into work one morning, bright and early, 6 a.m. The entire kitchen is flooded. Like literally, storm came in, entire kitchen gets flooded. It's probably 6 inches deep water. We have to open up for service that day. We've got hundreds of covers for lunch, hundreds of covers for dinner. What do? We literally grab every person in the kitchen, squeegees, like floor vacuums, you name
Buckets,
it.
you're bailing
you
over the
do
side,
it, the
like-
whole thing. Call whoever you need to call the storm people, open up storm drains, do it, squeegee into there. Needless to say, we opened up for service at 11:30 a.m. 5 hours, we got that thing done, prep done, got ready for service.
So that's dedication,
Yep.
right? And it's commitment, and it's a lot of hard work. And you, the foodie audience, the I go out and I enjoy my meal audience, have no idea that took place. So I love this segment because it kind of talks about how difficult the industry is for for the folks that maybe have never actually
Sure.
taken part in this business. Listen, you see your chef, give him a hats off. Waiters and servers and whatnot, some tips, gratuities. Treat everybody nice,
You never know what they went through that day.
Seriously.
Just to get that food on the table, you
True
know?
story. Fat bellies and happy spirits. Everybody's like in a good mood, right?
Very much.
Chef, I'm starving Let's go break bread. I know you got some I know that that stove is on fire without you on it. Let's go break bread, man.
Let's do it, man.
All right.
I'm hungry.
Yep.
This segment of Walking Talk is brought to you by Peninsula Food Service.
Chef. All right, so we're in the kitchen, just came out here, we're sitting down, we're about to break bread, and I'm in awe of this, okay?
Cool, man.
I know we're gonna start here.
Yeah.
This manchego foamy cheese, man, are you kidding me?
A little shaving cream right on top. The first time we brought it out, we didn't put the crunchies on, so somebody was like, is that shaving cream? I'm like, yes, that's the exact response that I was hoping for.
Totally what I was looking for. Here's your Gillette, you're good to go. Yeah, I can't wait to jump into that. All right, Chef, what do you have? What are we
cool.
doing?
So yeah, from your right to my left, starting with the papas bravas. So super traditional Spanish dish. This is just kind of our version of it, our take on it. So the potatoes start with a thrice cooked potato. We'll cook it in an alkaline solution, a little bit of baking soda, salt. And then we'll just kind of bruise them up a little bit, get some of the potato starch on the outside to kind of rough up and kind of soften up. Then we'll fry them two different times. So super crispy on the outside, pillowy, soft, almost baked potato texture on the inside. Underneath, you've got our brava sauce, which is roasted red peppers, garlic, onions, tomatoes, the whole nine, and then smoked garlic aioli. The zigzags are coming back. I'm a firm believer of it. So we're zigzagging some smoked garlic.
Leave?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Leave?
I think it left for maybe 5 years. I think we're bringing it back.
Well,
Zigzag of
bring it
smoked
back.
garlic, yeah. So yeah, smoked garlic in our smoker in the back, using Florida oak. Yeah, smoked garlic, a little bit of mayo, some egg yolks, do the whole thing. Celery leaves on top.
Everything you just said was completely accurate.
Right?
Crispy outside, pillow soft inside.
Nice.
I'm digging this, man.
Yeah, we don't want to sell a false dream. Hopefully every dish goes out like this, and that's the goal is.
Listen, I'm gonna follow you. Give me the Kool-Aid. I'm gonna put my sneakers on, whatever. I'm drinking the Kool-Aid. Where's the spaceship? Let's do this, man.
Hell yeah.
I'm ready.
Love it.
Okay.
Love
What do we
it.
have here?
All right, so my version of kind of a day-old meatball sub. We're going Spanish with this one. So meatballs sub, especially generally Italian, we're going with a chorizo meatball. So ground pork, chorizo spice. We've got focaccia croutons that we just kind of do with a little bit of garlic butter. And then just our spiced tomato pomodoro. And then the last thing that we're doing over the top is that manchego foam and oregano crunchies. So that same focaccia loaf, toasted up, a little bit of butter, some fresh oregano, toasted in the oven, get them a little crunchy. The idea with this is should be a little bit soggy. I'm a big fan of soggy bread, like tres leches cake, things like that. Soaked breads to me are just it. Think Italian beef sandwich, just soaked in all the jus. This is again, just a day old.
I just got the bread.
Yeah, like a day old meatball sub that left in the fridge. Warm it up in the microwave. It's still soft, soggy, saucy.
So you're literally speaking my language.
That's it.
All 215 pounds of it.
That's it.
I totally dig it.
Yep.
Man.
I've done this before. I've eaten a sub or two out of the fridge. Whether it's cold or hot, they're all good. They're all good.
There's something said about cold pizza, cold sub.
Right?
I'm all about that.
Yes, indeed.
You don't always need heat.
On to the last one. So, chicken coming from. So this is a small are we calling it a poussin? Where is it a poussin? Yeah. So a poussin coming from Lake Meadows.
That's how it's ordered, by the way.
Exactly is.
Hashtag Peninsula Food Service.
Right
Yeah,
on.
baby. What?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Deboned, perfectly deboned, cage out. We brine for 14 hours.
Oh, wow.
Then we pull out 5% brine, 14 hours, pull out, let it air dry for about 4 days, create a pellicle on the outside so we can get that really nice crispy skin. And then this is our Ybor brick chicken, so we take a brick from out back.
So, right.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah, you know what? I know in the footage, everyone is going to see that brick. Can you kind of go into that a little
Yeah,
bit?
so we actually grab a brick. So Ybor just full of bricks, right? All the roads are just kind of bricked out.
Oh my God.
So we take those, and I think they're Augusta bricks, if I'm not mistaken. I think I've read them when they say Augusta bricks. So been around for a long time. We excavated one out of the ground. Don't tell anybody. So yeah, we grabbed one of those bricks. We ran it through our dishwasher 18 times. Then we kind of wrap it in plastic, wrap it in aluminum foil so that way it makes it as food safe as possible. And then just press that bad boy right on top of the chicken. A little bit of garlic oil, pardon me, skin side down. hit it hard, get as much surface area hitting that kind of hot surface, get a crispy skin underneath it. You've got a smoked squash risotto, so we take our squash over our hardwood grill, burn it, steam it, puree it with smoked squash or smoked chicken stock, and then a salsa verde. Salsa verde has beautiful boccherones that we're flying in from Italy. The last thing, we didn't even get to do this, so I'm just gonna pour a little on your chicky.
Do it, baby, do it.
Just our pan sauce. So we just take that same
How did I
pan
miss
that we're
that?
doing, a little bit of jus, some white wine, reduce it down, hit it with some cold butter, and make it
Did
thick.
you say butter? Butter. I love it. Pop, that's for you. I'm just saying. So, first of all, let me back up. I don't tell a lie when I'm doing these reviews.
Appreciate that.
Okay? At the end of the day, I don't go to places. If somebody actually on Facebook asks me, like, hey, you know, what do you do? Like, you just tell everybody everything's great. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
Like, no. I already either know the place, or I know the chef, or there's something there, and I'm not going to go to a place I don't like, because I'm not going to hurt anybody. But I have to tell you, this is superb.
Awesome. Well, thank
It's
you
not
very
just
much.
like
Very, very
okay,
kind.
like this is badassery at its best.
And this is just the first step, man. We've been doing this for what, about 5 months since we've been here. We've got about 10 new dishes on the menu. Looking to change about 15 to 20 more over the next course of the next month or two. So you'll see a lot more things kind of just like this. We're going to kind of re-enliven the idea of Gulf Coast seafood. We've got beautiful seafood that we're working with, some beautiful shrimp that we're getting from Versace and Superior. So that'll be on the next one. We got to do that one next. But yeah, just you'll see a lot more kind of innovative dishes coming out. A lot more fun to be had for sure.
Well, I'm digging it. I have a feeling, I can see it in my future, we're gonna do some more stuff here.
I think so. I feel like the space lends itself really, really well to doing some things here.
Yeah, like maybe on the regular, you know?
Every day,
No,
possibly.
a little bit
Every
much,
day.
little
Not
much,
too much.
little much,
We gotta leave
but
room
at least
for
once a
others.
week.
Yeah. Deal.
Maybe?
Done. We'll set up a room, get a room upstairs for you.
Oh my God.
Just kind of, we'll just
Stop
do the
it.
whole thing.
Stop it.
Yeah.
Chef, you're awesome. I
Appreciate
appreciate your you're a fabulous human being. You're a terrific chef, and thank you for your hospitality.
Thank you very much. It's very kind of you.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Cheers.